I'm cheating on my husband, and I finally have the balls to tell the world. I told him, and of course, he didn't handle it how we would want him to handle it. He was just like, okay, whatever, and he left with my kids. And I really was just like, this is weird. I need to chase after him and see what's going on. Like I said, there was a U-Haul truck there. And my heart dropped because I'm like, oh my gosh, immediately he is moving out, and, already has his stuff.
Hello, guys. Welcome to this episode. Today, we're taking a closer look at yet another chaotic situation in the realm of modern relationships. This time, it involves a wife who effectively blew up her marriage, got booted out, and then chose to air her dirty laundry on social media in a bid for attention from complete strangers. This behavior, as crazy as it may seem, isn't an anomaly. It's symptomatic of a larger cultural trend, a trend where women often prioritize feelings over commitment, attention over loyalty, and external validation over real emotional intimacy. And when things inevitably fall apart, instead of owning their mistakes, they look for someone to blame, often online, where accountability doesn't exist. Guys, your input matters, so don't hesitate to share your thoughts in the comments, tap that like button, and subscribe for more. Let's get started.
I finally have the balls to tell the world. I told him, and of course, he didn't handle it how we would want him to handle it. But it all started, so I started having a friendship with this particular person, and it's actually a friend of my husband as well. And we just have been hanging out around him a lot lately. We started out with just simple conversation, like we were friends, but we ended up kind of pushing it past that a little, not a little. We ended up kind of like secretly seeing each other, trying to find ways to see each other, and doing that behind my husband's back.
She didn't just cheat out of lustful temptation, she cheated out of sheer hatred for her husband. She is exposing her infidelity to intentionally drag her husband for attention. That's the character of a sociopath with no shame whatsoever. Let's not skip the grenade she dropped. The affair partner is her husband's friend. This isn't just cheating, it's a declaration of war. She didn't just want to leave, she wanted to humiliate him. Why? Because destroying his social circle and self-worth makes her exit easier. This is hypergamy with a side of sadism. Ladies, if you're this bored, file for divorce. Don't burn the man's life down on your way out.
So every time that my husband and I would joke about like me cheating on him, he's like, girl, you will be in a grave, you and whoever it is, and you're never gonna leave me, blah, blah, blah. However, in this moment, he did not react that way. He did not. He reacted very calmly. Like I said, I can see that he was very hurt. Like, I can see it. I know him. He's my husband. But he acted very calmly and like very mature, very demure. I don't even know if I used that correctly. But anyways, he acted very calm, and he just left and took the two kids. We only had AJ and Aliyah with us.
The fact that she sensationalizes this story is aggravating. She steps out on her marriage, blows up her family, and then acts inconvenienced when her husband dares to feel betrayed. She expected drama, tears, and begging, but instead she got a stone-cold action. No arguments, no negotiation, just gone. That's the power of a man who knows his worth. When a woman betrays you, silence with action is the best answer. I believe this lady is a narcissist who is trying to control a narrative, probably thought she'd get a bunch of people to rally on her side so that she could show them how right she is about her perspectives on her husband. But as always, this digital footprint will surely give her husband the upper hand in court.
So when I get to his mom's house, like I said, there was a U-Haul truck there. And my heart dropped because I'm like, oh my gosh, immediately he is moving out, and already has his stuff in this U-Haul truck. Like, it's like it happened so fast, so I'm like, oh my gosh, he's leaving me for real. So like I said, that broke my heart And I tried to talk to his mom and see like her mind was, where his mind was. And she was just like, I don't know what to tell you. He didn't tell me the full story. I just know that he asked me if he can come back and he's here. So, I was taken aback. Like, you're really going to end our whole marriage just because of that?
The absolute worst thing a wife could do to their husband is to cheat on him and gaslight him like this. This is just diabolical. It's very interesting to look at somebody who is truly despicable but is incapable of recognizing it. These are really the kinds of people you avoid, but you won't know what to look for unless you can step back and read the signs like we're doing now with this person. The way she enjoys telling her story at times tells you everything you need to know. Women are often seen as worse cheaters because while men typically cheat with strangers, women sometimes go for someone their partner knows, making it deliberate and deeply personal, so this betrayal is just unforgivable. With this video evidence, this man has at least a chance to redeem himself in court when fighting for his assets, unlike this next one who got mauled by his vicious ex.
What was the worst financial decision that you made throughout your career?
Getting married, man. My divorce wiped me out. It was terrible. Marriage is a business, and I didn't look at it like that. I was one of those sucker for love kind of guys. So I was, I'm in love, it's a business. And if you don't look at it like that, that could be one of the worst financial mistakes you make. I'm being honest. Wiped me out, had to start over from scratch. But the beauty of it is once you have it in you internally to build, you have the dog in you, the fight in you, doesn't matter. You'll always rebuild. It's not about losing it. If you have the dog in you, you can fight and bring it back. It's about recovery time. See, if you lose it at 20, you're probably in your early 20s, mid-20s. It's okay. You have recovery time. You're young. I'm 45. I'll be 46 in 2 months. If you lose it in your 40s, your mid-30s, it's terrible.
Every man I've come across that's married has told me it's not worth it, and every man that's been divorced has never been the same afterward. I'd swallow my pride and listen to them than to learn the hard way. My life was demolished by a woman who got bored and wanted greener pastures. Divorce should be hard. Counseling should be mandatory before divorces are initiated. Cheating should be criminalized. There are almost zero upsides for men getting married today. I like the idea of marriage because men and women are better together than apart. However, marriage and how the laws are today is an unconscionable contract for men. It's a government-backed trap. The second she files for divorce, the state paints you as a walking ATM, alimony, child support, splitting assets you earned. Meanwhile, she gets rewarded for breaking vows. This isn't justice, it's legalized theft. Let's not forget that modern women aren't wired for loyalty, they're wired for comfort. Once the ring is on her finger, the clock starts ticking. 80% of divorces are filed by women. As she leaves, she gets the house, the kids, and your paycheck, while you get a studio apartment and a 20-year debt. Happily ever after nowadays is more like bankruptcy ever after.